Hello everyone, this is Pawan. I would like to welcome you all in this object-oriented ABAP session. So this is a object-oriented ABAP refresher kind of course. If you're aware of these concepts, then this video is not for you. But of course, if you want to get a basic idea behind the object-oriented ABAP, then this can be a good starting point for you, all of you. So in this series of videos we will start from zero, from scratch, and we'll try to build the basics of object oriented ABAP, so that we will try to uh, make the base more clear, and we'll talk more about the concepts and the concepts of object oriented ABAP, so that it will help you out in order to understand the terminology, understand the logic, understand the frameworks, how the frameworks are getting designed these days. Okay, so uh, why we should go with an object oriented thing? That is the very first question, which always, because there are already ABAPers in the market, then why there is a need to learn the object oriented ABAP? And you're totally correct as well, because there is already, whatever the things which are there. Uh, sorry, I got a call. So what we were what is the need of learning object oriented ABAP, when the ABAP already is giving jobs to the many of the ABAPers, right? So it doesn't mean if you are learning the OOABAP, OOABAP is not to replace ABAP. So the only difference between these two things is very simple and quite straightforward. Okay, what is that? There are two set of people. Okay, so ABAP will always help you to become a developer. Okay, this is for ABAP. Okay, at the same time your OOABAP will help you to become a designer. Okay, when I say designer, that means it would really help you out in order to create your own frameworks, which is not possible using ABAP. So there is a line between these two. So if you want to be a developer, then of course there is no need to learn the OOABAP. But at the same time, if you want to shift from your developer to designer or technical architect, where the frameworks you may have to design, in that case OOABAP is the only solution. So this course may help for the people who doesn't know anything about OOABAP, for this, the beginners, and also for those people who already know a basics of OOABAP but they want to refresh their knowledge. Then again, this particular course would be helpful for those as well. So without wasting a time, now we'll try to cover two important topics which is important in any object oriented programming, and that is known as your class, your classes, and your objects. Classes and objects. Okay, so in any object oriented programming, we need to understand what classes are and what objects are and how they are interconnected with each other. Okay, I would like to represent this via simple diagram. So let's say this is the UML representation of a class. Let's say if this is a class. Okay, this is how class looks like in UML representation, and how objects look like. So this is how the objects look like. Okay, this is how the objects are in UML representation. They are the classes, class representation, and this is your object representation. Okay, this is how your object looks like. Okay, now coming back to what is a class, what is an object. Okay, why do we go with the classes, and what objects are, and what role an object play in the designing of the class. Okay, when we design a class, so I would say the class is nothing but a template. Class is nothing but a template which represents the common characteristics and common behavior of an object. Okay, so class is nothing but this represents the common characteristics and common behavior of an object. So when I say common characteristics, so in order to design a class, we should know what are the common things of an object, what are the common characteristics of an object, what are the common behaviors of an object. So that means what are the common characteristics and what are the common behavior. Common behavior of an object. Okay, when I say common characteristics, that means in technical terms you can treat it as the attributes, and when I say common behavior, then in that case you can say it as methods. So if you are an ABAPer, then methods are similar to your function modules, and characteristics or the attributes are similar to the way we define our data declarations, how we declare our attributes in normal ABAP. Behavior is nothing but the methods. When I say for the non-ABAPer backgrounds, methods are nothing but the actions which can be performed by the object. What all methods, what all actions which are performed by an object, if we bring them together, the common characteristics and common behavior, then we can reach to a conclusion like, okay, for these group of objects, we can design a class. So this is how we design a class based on the common characteristics and common behavior of an object. So in order to design a class, in order to make our life easy, if we are already aware of what are the characteristics of an object, what are the common actions he's going to perform, then the life for a designer would become easier in order to design a class. So in other words, now before wrapping up this session, so the conclusion is, when I say class, it is nothing but a template, and when I say an object, it is nothing but an instance of a class. So objects are nothing but the instances of the classes, or classes. At the same time, class is nothing but a template which represents the common characteristics and common behavior of an object. Hope you enjoyed this session. In the next series, one by one, slowly and gradually, we will try to cover all the important concepts of object-oriented ABAP. Thanks for joining this session. Thanks a lot.